Okay, I'm back. Had to get night already. Had to get them settled and get Josh to sleep. Oh, excuse me, I am tired. Oh, sorry. Okay, so um, I'm not sure exactly where I left off in the last video, so I may backtrack just a little bit. Okay, so I did breastfeed on Sunday, throughout the day on Sunday. Sunday night, they were giving bottles. Then around 4 a.m. on Monday morning, I got up and got a really sharp pain in my lower right back, and also at the top of my back in the middle down my spine. And so I pretty much could not move. I could not move. And then I got the shakes. And it's like I was shaking and trembling so bad I couldn't control it. So um, by that point, I was just trying to get to the bathroom. And it was just excruciating. It was horrible. So by the time I got back to the bed and laid back down, I just could not move. And so honey was like, you want to just go to the hospital? I'm going to take you to the hospital. But I couldn't get up, and he couldn't get me up. So he just went ahead well, first he gave me a Vicodin because I was in so much pain. And then he called an ambulance. So the ambulance came and got me and everything, and I was hurting so bad. So by the time we got to the hospital, I was pretty high off of that bike because I don't take medicine. I just have a really high threshold for pain. So that was too funny because I don't know what I was saying, and I remember the guy saying, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Are you okay?" Like, why are you asking me, am I okay? Are you okay? So yeah, and then he was like, "Oh, the Vicodin has kicked in." I'm like, I forgot all about the medicine, but I get into the ER, um, and my what's the thing? My push button didn't work. The call button. That was horrible. I mean, that would be the whole 10 minutes if I went off into giving that call button. I mean, I was yelling down the hall, "Hello, hello," and no one came. So finally, I just got my cell phone and I called the front desk. I'm like, I'm in the ER. I'm in room. I think I was in room 6. I was like, "Can this stupid thing don't work? So can you please send somebody back here to unhook me so I could go to the bathroom?" Because they had me hooked up with the sticky things on my chest and my side. They had me hooked up like how they do patients that's on the EKG or ECG. I can't remember which one. Echocardiogram maybe. I don't remember, but that's how they had me hooked up. They had them on my forehead, and I'm like, man, come on, hooked all these wires. And plus they had the bed rails up too. So of course, I had the Vicodin, the pain went away, so I calmed down, the shaking went away. My temperature then was 100.6 or 100.7. Yeah, it was 100.7. So after laying in there a few hours, they came back and said, well, there's white blood cells in your urine, but all the other testing that we're doing are coming back negative. So we're not quite sure what it is, and I don't think we can figure it out here in the ER. So we're just gonna give you these antibiotics and discharge you. And I was like, okay, are they antibiotics that I can take while breastfeeding? So they left for 45 minutes. And they came back and was like, okay, well, this kind is a kind that you can take, and it's safe to breastfeed still while you're taking it. So I said, okay, fine. Now, no, this is Monday, so I hadn't breastfed at all. So the boys was on formula, all this day. So And also, I was there from the ambulance came about 5, between 5 and 6, something like that. I don't remember. Excuse me. And I was discharged about 1, between 1 and 2. So no, I was discharged between 11 and 12 because by the time we got to get the medicine, I couldn't walk, and Joe had to help me, to the bathroom and everything at the restaurant because we were waiting for my prescription to be there. So I get to the bathroom, and everything, and I go and get my medicine. I take it right away. I took ibuprofen as well as the antibiotic. So after this, when we get, oh, and I was eating some uh, a Lunchable. Now, first of all, when they released me, I called the doctor's office back and I let them know that they had released me, and she was like, "Why? They didn't say what was wrong." And I was like, "He said they couldn't figure it out there, so they just gave me an antibiotic." And I was talking to the nurse, so she was like, "Okay." And I was like, "But I'm still trembling. I'm trembling really bad, and I could not hardly walk, trying to get to the car." Josh is trying to wake back up. Um, So, and Joe was like, "I can't believe they released you like this." And I wasn't trembling that bad when I was in the back. Hold on, let me get him his bean. Yeah, sorry about that. He know I put him down. Um, so I get home. I told you I'm just gonna go and lay down. So I went and I was laying down. I dozed off, and when I woke up, I felt so hot. It felt like my entire body was on fire. And I found the baby's thermometer, the ear thermometer. I used that this time. And so the side that I was not laying on, where the fan was hitting, I did my temperature on that side, and it said 104.3. And I was like, I just shook my head. So I did it on the side I was laying on, it said 104.7. So I was like, okay, I know my eyes is all blurry and stuff. I was like, maybe I'm seeing things. So I couldn't yell. I was trying to yell downstairs until Joe to come and take my temperature. So I just called him on myself. I'm like, okay, can you come upstairs and take my temperature? I think I'm seeing things. So he came up and he took my temp, and sure enough, it was 104.4 when he did it. 104.4. So I had the doctor's office on the phone, and I told them what it was. And so the nurse said she was gonna call me back. She had to go on and let my doctor know what my temperature was or what was going on. So I told her, I was like, well, I'm gonna take a cool bath real quick and see if that works. See if that can bring my temperature down. So she said most likely she's gonna tell you to come in anyway. So I just said okay. So I hung up with her and I went and took a cool bath. And so she called. By the time they called back, I was getting out anyway, and I had just taken my temperature, and it was 102.7. So I'm like, okay, it's 102.7 now. She was like, that's still high. So you're still coming in. I'm at 9 minutes. So okay, we have to do a part 3. I keep having to stop because the babies and everything. So y'all forgive me. Hold on.